Greatness isn't born, it's built. Not with loud announcements, not with lucky breaks, but in silence, in discomfort, in repetition. The greatest don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it every single day through choices, habits, and a mindset that refuses to settle. The difference isn't talent, it's mentality. Most people wake up hoping. The great wake up deciding. They decide who they want to be. They decide what they will tolerate from others and from themselves. They decide that their emotions don't get to run their life. Your mind is your battlefield. Every thought is either planting power or poison. The great don't entertain thoughts that shrink them. They don't dwell on what they can't control. They don't replay failure like a song stuck on repeat. Instead, they rewire, they redirect, they reframe. Growth is never comfortable. If it feels easy, you're not doing it right. Discipline, sacrifice, consistency. These are not punishments. They are the tools of transformation. While the average waits for motivation, the great rely on identity. They don't act because they feel like it. They act because that's who they are. Success isn't a goal, it's a system. It's how you show up when no one's clapping. It's the way you think when nothing is working. It's the standards you keep when no one's watching. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You fall to the level of your training. And the great, they train their mind daily. Mindset is muscle. And like any muscle, it grows through resistance. So, if your life feels heavy right now, good. It means you're lifting. You weren't built for comfort. You were built for growth. And growth requires friction, failure, and fire. The great are not fearless. They feel fear and act anyway. They feel doubt and move anyway. They feel tired, broken, misunderstood, and still show up. Because greatness isn't about being perfect. It's about being relentless. So how do you start thinking like the great? By changing what you repeat. By mastering the basics. By showing up when it's boring. By keeping promises to yourself when no one would notice if you didn't. Small decisions, made daily, that shape a destiny. You want to change your life? Change your mentality. Because your life will never rise higher than your mindset. So don't just wish for a new life. Think like the great. Act like the great. Become one. Greatness isn't gifted. It's earned. And it's not earned in the spotlight. It's earned in the shadows. The psychology of the great begins with this. Radical responsibility. No blame. No excuses. No what-ifs. They own it all. The good, the bad, the unfair, the brutal. Because the moment you give away responsibility, you give away power. And the great never give away their power. They know the world doesn't owe them anything, and that's exactly why they rise above it. They don't ask for easier. They train for stronger. They don't pray for less pain. They prepare for more purpose. Most people try to feel better. The great try to be better because they know feelings are temporary, but habits are permanent. And you don't build a legacy on emotion. You build consistência. Mentality is everything. And the average mindset is always negotiating. Just this once. I'll start on Monday. I'm too tired. I deserve a break. But the great, they've already made the decision. Their identity is the discipline. They don't decide every day. They decided once, and now they act accordingly. Greatness is not a moment, it's a mindset. It's not something you chase. It's something you become through hundreds of unseen reps, uncelebrated efforts, and quiet inner wars. They don't crave praise, they crave progress. They don't need applause, they need alignment between who they say they are and how they show up. They train their minds like athletes train their bodies. They feed it good content. They cut off noise. They stay around people who challenge them, not flatter them. And when the voice of doubt gets loud, they get louder because they've understood something most people never will. Your mind is not your master. It's your tool. It works for you, not the other way around. When fear knocks, the great don't retreat. They answer. They walk into the fire. They lean into the resistance because they know what you avoid will control you. What you face, you own. Comfort is the real killer. It's seductive, it's safe, it's warm, and it's deadly. Greatness demands that you leave the comfort zone again and again until discomfort becomes your new normal. They build a life where challenge is chosen, not avoided, where risk is embraced, not feared, where pressure is fuel, not poison. Discipline. Most people fear failure. The great fear regret. They know failure is feedback. They know every no brings them closer to the yes. They're not chasing perfection. They're chasing potential. They don't run from weakness. They study it. They know where they're soft, where they're slow, where they're blind. And instead of hiding it, they attack it. Because in the psychology of the great, vulnerability isn't weakness, it's data. They know their habits shape their identity, so they obsess over the micro. What they read, what they listen to, how they speak to themselves, what time they get up, what they tolerate, what they pursue. And that obsession compounds over weeks, over months, over years, until one day they look around and realize they've built something no one can take from them. Success doesn't shout, it whispers. It's in the 5 a.m. alarm no one hears. It's in the decision to keep going after failure. It's in the choice to be kind when angry. It's in the silence after rejection, when you rise anyway. The great are not superhuman. They just decided to master what others avoid. Not because it was easy, but because the price of staying average was too high. You want to change your life? Change what you do when it gets hard. Change how you think when no one's watching. Change what you say to yourself when it feels like it'll never work. You don't need more inspiration. You need more identity. Who are you when it's hard? That's what defines you. That's what builds you. That's what separates the good from the great. So stop waiting. Stop hoping. Stop shrinking to fit into small rooms built by small minds. You were not made to blend in. You were made to rise. Think like the great. Act like the great. Live like the great. And you will become one.